Okay, so we're back, and I'm going to show you, I'm on my D string right now, so I'm going to check it back in with you guys and see how it's coming. So I'll do one more string here so you could watch me work on this. So we'll take the D string off first, and if you notice I took the nut off, or the lockdown bolt off the nut, and I found my peg winder, so we're good to go. So we'll loosen that up. Pop it off. Okay. Also, a quick note, as you take these strings off, it's a good time to get like a cloth to get all the dust off from underneath the strings. Sometimes it's hard to get in there to get that dust out. So we got that off, and again, let me zoom in for you on the bridge. Okay, cool. So we're going to take this string off. And it's also a good thing too, once in a while, to get a new wrench, because sometimes these things can get a little worn down. You could see some wear and tear at the end. If those get too worn down, they'll start stripping, and then it's going to ruin the bolt. So, alright, so we'll take this out. Now sometimes these strings can get pretty jarred in there, so you gotta, there we go. Okay, so that one comes out. Alright. So now again, we're gonna clip the end, kind of right after the winding ends, and fish that down in there. Make sure it's right in the middle. And then tighten this down. Alright. Nice and tight. Okay, cool. So, we got that. Let me zoom back for you. Okay. All right, so we're going to go underneath the string guide here. Get some slack on the other side. Okay, cool. So now again, I want to make sure that the hole here is facing this way across the neck. All right, cool. So we're going to come in from this angle. All right, fish it through, and I'm going to have my first finger, there you go. So I'm going to use my first finger to push down the string so it doesn't slip, and then again use these fingers here to grip the string and pull it up so that I have slack so it winds a couple times around the post. All right, so now with this string, we're going to go clockwise around the peg and then go underneath the string. All right, and you got to pull it with these fingers and pull it tight. All right, so don't be shy on it too. Give it a good tug so that it pulls tight around the post. Then I'm going to come up over the string and around. Okay, one more time. Up over the string and around. All right. Now, you got to keep the tension really tight with your right hand, and so that this doesn't loosen up, okay? Because keeping the tension tight is keeping the string here tight, okay? So now that that's around, get your peg winder and tighten it up. Now, one other thing that I didn't mention in the other one, you always want to make sure that when this wraps around, that this string coils underneath the other string. You don't want it to coil and go up, you want it to coil and go down. So you got to make sure that it's going underneath. That's what this string guide is for, but sometimes you just got to double check it as you go. All right. Good. So as it's tightening down, I'm feeling the tension get closer with my right hand, but just keep winding it. All right, and at a certain point, you can kind of let go when you know it's not going to slip on you. So we cut the excess. All right, now we'll zoom back out and work down here. Or actually, we can just kind of zoom out because we got to tune it up now. So, get my tuner. So this is the D string, so again, you want to make sure you're on the D. Also, because the bolt is off on the nut there, you know, I'm free to kind of use the tuning pegs and double check. So, I'm going to go up until it says D. Good. Now at this time I like to double check the other strings too, because again the new strings, they're a little, the tension will kind of stretch a little and you want to just double check them. Keeping the strings in tune, again, will keep our bridge back here even. If you let all the tension up, it shifts down, and then it's a kind of a headache to get them all back to where the tension sits normally. So again, by doing one string at a time, it keeps everything even and the way it should be. All right, good. So that's the D string. I'm going to finish up all the other strings, and then we'll be back to show you how to stretch them out, and then we'll lock it down, and we should be good. All right, so we'll be back.